You are tuned into Kids.
In the pit.
We were just listening to your band.
World Chaos.
Oh,
not
thank you.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rocking
stuff,
out.
dude. First thing I said, I was like, "This sounds like municipal waste." So.
And then we
Yeah,
see the
that's
t-shirt.
sweet t-shirt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the goal, yeah.
That's like your
Yeah.
one of your favorites, right?
Yeah,
A big
Oh, yeah.
influence.
definitely.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, Gabe, you can
Yeah.
start.
I'm
Start
gonna
whenever.
do my intro, and then we can go into it. So, cool. All right. Hey, guys, it's Gabe from Kids in the Pit podcast. Today I'm being joined by Abby, Deven, and Philip from SunDog. Thanks for joining me.
Thanks
Hey,
for having
thanks
us.
for having
Hello.
us.
So, what do each of you do in SunDog?
I write songs and I play guitar and I sing.
I drive the van and I play the bass.
I play the drums. That's it.
Okay. So what year did SunDog start, and were you all always in the band?
This is the original lineup.
Yeah,
Yes, we've all. This has always been SunDog.
we
What year did we start?
we met and started like playing music together when we were like 17 in high school.
Which was like about a decade ago.
Yeah.
The first time we played as SunDog, like under the name SunDog, was in 2018.
2018?
2017?
It was 20. It was the year after our first show. It was 2016.
We were called
Sundog at the
Decent.
Fairview.
No, that was Decent. Oh,
Fairview Inn was our first show. Sundog.
that's
Yeah.
actually embarrassing.
That was my grandpa's birthday party.
2016 is the answer.
Wait a
which
minute,
is-
so we graduated in 2015.
Uh-huh.
And then, okay, yeah, you're right. That's crazy. We didn't really start gigging until like 2017. So we had like one show in 2016.
Yeah.
But,
So it's been about nine years ish,
yeah.
as like a full time doing gigging and doing our thing
Yeah,
band.
it's just been the three of us.
Wow.
Never really needed another person for what we do, and we just have a tight dynamic. We love
Yeah.
each other.
We
So
love each other. I'm like, hey,
That's,
I could have another guitar player to help me out. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm in a band with 15 and 16-year-olds, so I am the youngest.
what do you play?
I'm 14. I play guitar and I do vocals.
Okay, you're the lead
Nice.
singer.
Nice.
Yep.
Sounds great, dude.
I mean,
yeah, you're.
singer,
Right.
quote unquote. I'm like
Uh-huh.
making horrible noises.
What they call it. I heard this thing the other day. Somebody was talking about singers in metal bands like that. They called it like a mix of yelling and melody. They called it yellody. I thought it was pretty funny.
I don't do any melody, so
Kinda.
Are you the only singer?
yeah. No one else.
It was like that.
Dude,
the
sounds
one,
great.
The
Yeah.
one song that we just listened to, because we just listened to like the first song on y'all's Spotify. I'm like, it was like melodic.
Yeah, dude.
Like
I
you
think
had
so, too.
pitch. You were using pitch. I
you weren't
think.
just yelling.
Okay.
Yeah, it was good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
There's
like I don't try to do. I just kind of like yell.
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
have
Scream.
some. You follow like notes.
Yeah, that's the thing. If you were like not hitting the right note, it would sound weird. But even if you yell, you can be like, yeah, 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 and like hit the same note every time, you know.
Okay.
So it
I
is
guess
like
that
kind of
makes
like
sense, yeah.
there's like pitch in there.
Mm.
I'm like
When
in my
Weston would
teacher
try to
right
sing.
now, on accident.
Yeah, Yeah, our okay, so I think if our drummer and guitarist, like I think if they wanted to do backups, they could. And it would sound like I don't think it would sound bad, but our bassist, his dad made him leave because his dad like sucks. But yeah, our old bassist, like he would do backups all the time, and we thought it was really, really funny, and his voice was like not good for that. And I mean, he knew it, but like we just kind of thought it was funny to do it. I don't know. We have a song called "Our Bass Player Sucks" about him. He wrote it. He came up with the idea. So he was like,
You get us one of those.
"Yo, what if we make a song called Our Bass Player Sucks?" And I was like, "I'm down."
You're like, I feel like I could relate to that.
He wanted you guys to be like, no, no, we don't need to make that song.
Yeah.
Dude, that's funny.
I mean, he doesn't really like know bass well
Uh-huh.
because he's a classical guitar player. And last minute, we were looking for a bassist because the original lineup, we didn't play any shows. It's me and the drummer have recorded like and played everything. Um, but the original first EP lineup, we had another kid on guitar, and then he didn't want to play live, so we're like, okay, we need a bassist. I was on bass originally, but I switched to guitar after he left, and we're like, okay, this kid can play bass, I guess, because plays classical guitar, and we played that show, and then he was in the band for like a year and a half almost, and then his dad made him leave, which sucks.
Damn.
Dang, well, R.I.P.
Yeah, you have like a pretty active music scene where you're at then?
Yeah, we have so we're in Delaware. We have I mean there's a couple cool venues. There is like so there's one like big venue that sometimes touring bands will come through, like larger acts. But there's like record stores. I don't think there's like any actual like just venues that are like small. There's I mean yeah, we mainly play record stores and sometimes like a VFW or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, we play a lot of Pennsylvania, Maryland, New Jersey because like
Mm-hmm.
we're on the East Coast. Where we live, the states are pretty small, and Delaware's the second smallest state in the entire country. So,
Yeah. You said
we can,
Delaware,
like-
and my brain was like nothing came to mind. I was like, I can't even think.
Yeah.
When you
of,
said Delaware, and I was like,
is
Delaware?
that a city?
Where is
I
that?
literally thought for like 15 seconds, is that a city?
yeah.
But I
Damn,
can
wait.
imagine it.
Second
now.
small.
How many Delawares do you think can fit in Alaska?
Oh, whoa.
A million.
A lot.
Yeah.
Wait,
Problem. There's too much
I-
space up here sometimes.
Yeah, somebody calculate that. Can somebody calculate that?
What's your square mileage?
okay.
What is
Wait,
Alaska square mileage?
I have no idea.
It's like a
It's
lot.
a couple million.
Delaware square miles. We have 2489 square miles.
Okay, let me see.
Um,
Alaska is 665,000 square miles.
so you can fit about 300,000 ish, a little more than that.
No, 600 divided by 24, I think.
2400.
And they have 600,000?
Yeah, 600,000. So wouldn't it be about
665,000
300,000 ish,
divided by-
right?
What was your square
2,400.
mileage? 2,400.
Wait, no.
2,400.
Yes.
So you can fit 277.
1,000.
About 300.
Yeah. So what's that?
You said 300,000.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh,
300 times.
300. That's what I meant.
300 of them.
That's
a lot of VFWs.
yeah. Damn, 300 Delawares. That's crazy. So Alaska is the biggest state, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Damn.
It's like I think you could fit like a couple Californias.
You
in
could
one
fit
of those.
Texas in us 3 times.
Oh,
Wow.
really? I didn't
Yeah.
even know that.
Read it in
Yeah.
Wheat, Texas.
That's a lot of baby back ribs. That's a lot of briskets.
Yeah, we'd like to try to get like a show in Alaska at some point. We can never like fly up there because you can't. I mean, can't really tour there unless you have like a bunch of off days, right?
We have a band actually right now that I've been booking them. We've been booking them, helping them book. They're from LA,
Like a-
and they're gonna be here for like a week and a half in July, and they've got like 8 dates. The thing is there's some big drives, so like
it's just pretty spread out. Yeah.
yeah, like so you have to like honestly, I'm curious. This band, they're called Dolly Creamer. They've gotten some dates. Like I've helped them with like a handful of their shows, but then they got some deep cuts. Like whoa, I don't know how you even connect. Like that bar doesn't even have like a Instagram. Like there's no website. I don't know how you connected with them or whatever. You just have to like find the little spots between like basically Anchorage area and then Fairbanks, which is like a 7-hour drive away. That's like the other big city that's like on the mainland or whatever. So
And
there's
also-
some long drives.
And there's also Juneau, right? But that's like really, really south, right?
Juneau, you can't
Yeah.
drive to Juneau.
Oh, you
You
can't?
have to go through Canada though. Like you can't drive there from where we're at.
Yeah,
So
Okay.
if you fly in, it's like an hour and a half or so.
yeah.
And Juneau's really cool. They have some really cool spots. But dude, if you guys wanted to come through, easy.
Be cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
We
that
could
would
hook
be
we could hook it up for sure. So.
Definitely.
Money to
Yeah,
fly
we
there.
need. I know it's like expensive to fly there.
It is, yeah.
I know that band Haywire just played there. You know them?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
a couple
actually
times.
helped them book one of their shows up here. I run
cool.
an all ages production company out of a venue up here, so we
That's
do
cool.
a lot of metal and
Yeah.
funk. Yeah, but
So
You'll
Yeah,
save
your
up
band-
money.
yeah,
Kill
we'll
it.
save money. See what happens.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you all grow up in Alaska?
Yep.
born and raised.
We've all lived here basically our whole lives.
So what part of Alaska are you in?
We're in Anchorage, which is like I have to do the Alaskan thing. It's like there.
Anchorage
Okay.
is like
I think I kind of know
big
where it
city.
is.
Wait, is
Yeah.
it this? No, it is this way.
We could call it like South Central.
Yeah, South
It's
Central.
the most
Alaska.
populous part of the state. It's kind of where everyone's concentrated.
I think something like half of the entire population of Alaska lives in the city we live in. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, a lot of
So I assume it gets really, really cold in the winter, right?
yes.
Pretty chilly, yeah.
yeah, we
Yeah, there'll
just-
be days like -20, -15 degrees. Not that long.
Maybe
for
like a week.
There's usually like a couple of weeks in the end of December, early January, where it's like at its darkest, where it'll get into the negatives for a couple of weeks. But then most of the time it's anywhere between 0 and 10 degrees ish.
Wow.
It's cold.
Yeah, I think
It's
we
cold.
get like below zero sometimes like 1 or 2 days per year, but that's rare.
Yeah.
So
Like where we were talking about in Fairbanks, the drive north, the other big city, it'll be like -50 or 60 for a couple of months.
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Which I don't know how people live up there.
Yeah.
It's already hard to live here. I don't know how they
So-
do it up there. So
How cold is it right now?
it's like sunny
Just
and
started
nice.
getting
It's like,
warm again.
what's the
Probably like-
temperature?
Like we went
like
through spring and our
55.
breakup where all the snow melts and
What's our temperature right
trees
now?
are blooming, and
It is
it's not painful to stand
like
outside.
like 50 degrees outside,
Okay, it's 66 for us right now. So
but it's
Not-
still
not-
early. It's still morning here. It's like 11 a.m. So
Oh yeah, I forgot how
you guys are 4
time
hours
zones, how
ahead.
far west you are.
Yeah.
Okay.
These guys are wearing shorts. They're like,
Yeah, shorts
they're
and
ready
cutoffs.
for.
I mean,
for
once it
summer.
hits 40
As soon as I feel
degrees,
it.
we're in cut off t-shirts and shorts up here. This is warm for us.
Damn. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, most of the time it's like 60 or 50 or like it,
Yeah, it's
but in the
average.
summer like sometimes it'll get to like 100, so
Yeah, that's
Damn.
a hard pass.
I like the
okay.
cold more than the heat, but I can only handle so much cold since I'm
We always say the
Delaware.
same thing. Like
Yeah.
I'll speak for myself. I like the cold more than the heat because in the heat there's only so much you can take off.
yeah.
But when it's
yeah.
cold, you can just keep putting on layers. So
Yeah. All right. So what genre would you consider SunDog?
We like, we have been around for so long. We've gone through a couple different phases, but we've really like honed in on
rock and
a
roll.
few bands early on. A lot of like classic rock bands was where we really converged.
like our music tastes sort of
Yeah,
meshed.
like The Doors was a big one early on. And like Black Sabbath.
We started off kind of like jam bandy
Yeah.
when we were like 19,
A
20
little,
playing
a
together.
little in the psychedelic realm.
We had to fill a lot of space, like because we were underage, we weren't really getting initially like a lot of bar gigs, and there wasn't really like an all ages scene at the time, and so we were playing like VFWs for 4 hours, and we were like, we have 17 songs and 5 covers that we know, and so we have to like
There's a lot more covers.
I just remember looking at our set list. It was like 23 songs long,
Uh-huh.
and being like, okay, that means that this song needs to be 25 minutes. This one needs to be at least 20 minutes, and we would just like jam.
And we would play like 10, 15-minute versions of our songs, which would have like a loose structure and then this like insane nonsensical jam sort of in the middle of it.
40-minute Jazz Odyssey.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
I was sort of out of necessity we kind of did that, and it was we had listened to that style of music sort of. I think I still like some jam bands occasionally, but
When in good company.
once we got a little older, that's where we really started to
We
kind of.
should have listened to more jam bands.
That's
I think
probably
I grew
should
up-
have, yeah.
I grew up listening. Like my dad is a huge like Widespread Panic and like Grateful Dead dude. So like I kind of had a little bit of like, oh, that's what it could sound like.
Glanced, yeah.
But we were all like self-taught musicians for the most part. So like I also just remember being like, I got to figure out how to play guitar, like
Yeah.
outside of just like chords and like two scale shapes. But we started jamming, like we started being kind of jammy, psychedelic, and then these guys are like pretty into like heavy like metal and like hardcore.
Yeah, that's where that's how we
Listening to
became
the stuff you
friends.
listen
Like,
to since you've been listening to it.
Yeah.
It's like way back. Metallica, Megadeth, and Iron Maiden were like my first favorite bands as a wee lad, and
that's how Devin and I sort of bonded.
that influence has stuck around as we've
Sure
evolved
has.
over the years.
Yeah.
And
Maybe.
we are kind of like we're like pop, like alti pop rock these days. We kind of honed in on a process the last couple of years that I think kind of refreshed us and made us excited to move forward as a band. And it's produced these really solid songs for us that we've been able to like record at a level we were never recording before. And now we're able to record something, release it, and be like, we're stoked on this. And this is something that we're proud of. And
Yeah, we were shooting in the dark
Yeah.
for a while.
Yeah,
When we first
I
did. We were like, I don't know how to
the music
write a
scene
song.
up here is very tight knit, but it's like the live music scene. There's studios, there's recording culture, but it's not like when you're in a, Seattle or Portland where there's
a billion.
you can go to
studios.
a corner, like a random studio on the corner and put out a, crazy good album. And that's not saying that you can't get that up here. It's just the scene isn't really based around production, I think.
Oh, that's interesting.
That is a good point.
I haven't
It is
thought of
definitely
that.
more of a live music scene, but I think
There's like one legit studio in Anchorage.
Yeah.
There might be like a couple others that are like smaller.
There's a lot of home studios. We record with our
Yeah.
friends a lot because
Yeah.
it's fun, it's easy, and having this new like ethos behind the band has it's provided a lot of cool opportunities for us. Now we're traveling out of state because we're able to show people what we sound like from 2,000 miles away.
Yeah.
Instead of just being like, hey, I swear we're good.
yeah.
Please book us.
I think as for a genre of the band, it's really hard to like put your thumb on it because we still sound like us, no matter what music, no matter what kind of the song is. It still has the SunDog DNA in it. But every time we sort of go through the songwriting process and maybe put out an album or put out a few songs, and then we'll all sit down together and talk about it and sort of discuss, well, where are we trying to go next? Where is this going? How do we do this? How do we do this better? How do we keep getting better at what we do? And every time we do that, I think it slightly shifts the genre, if you will, of what we're playing. And I think there's just been sort of a natural evolution to where we are now. So it's hard to say exactly what kind of genre we are. I usually just tell people, I'm like, yeah, we're a loud 3-piece rock band that can do a little bit of heavy, a little bit of soft, and everything in between. So,
Cool. So you've toured the U.S. outside of Alaska?
yep.
We've done the West Coast pretty extensively. We've hit the East Coast.
East Coast a couple times. We
Couple-
did New
some
York,
short stuff.
New
and Jersey,
Just like a few shows.
for a few shows.
Yeah, but heading east has been new for us because we've also gone to Europe a few times the last couple of years for some festivals over there.
That's cool.
No tours officially. They were like single trips. We'd go play 2 shows for the festival and hang out for the weekend.
Nice.
But West Coast is where we're most comfortable. I think just because we know the routes, we know the venues, we know a lot of bands. A lot of bands we're friends with are from the West Coast. And it is really tough to get out of the state when you're a band that, we don't have a label. We're completely independent since day
Yeah.
one. We've had a lot of help.
Yeah.
We have some great friends. We have a good community behind us. But getting to that point where we were ready to tour was a huge undertaking. Mentally, you have to like change your lifestyle around it.
I don't even think we were, like, even the first time we went out of state, I don't even think we were technically ready. We were just like, well, this is what we want
do
to
it.
do, so we're going to do it. We're just going to kind of figure it out as we go along. And as we've done it more and more, we've just gotten better and better and better at it. We've, like, gained connections and friends, and like we have gear that lives in the States now, so we can just fly down and pick up our gear in our van and hit the road. And it's either a 3-hour flight because Portland is kind of like our home base away from Alaska. We just have some friends that live there. It's easy for us there, but it's either like 3 days or 3 days in the car or a 3-hour flight. So we usually just fly.
Okay.
You got a lot of miles.
Yeah, you would have to like drive through Canada, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like that's not a problem. We all have our passports. We've played in Canada.
I don't want to drive through.
But that drive is
Once
insane.
You
So-
don't want.
Yeah.
It's like 3 days until you hit like civilization
Yeah.
in British
It's
Columbia.
just literally in the middle of
There's
nowhere.
some wild
It's just
crap.
gonna be moose and moose for miles.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
it's like a large swath of that, the Alcan Alaska Canada Highway as they call it, is not even paved. It's like dirt.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
It's kind of sketchy.
It's a little sketchy. People are like popping tires and stuff, and we don't want to have to cancel a tour because we're stuck in the middle of British Columbia somewhere. We can't get out.
Yeah.
Make a great movie.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, so we've only played the mainland U.S. So far. We've flown to Florida for a weekend. We did Texas for another weekend. Everything else we've driven to. Played Maine. We've played Michigan. I'm just trying to think of the farthest place we played. Farthest place we drove was Oklahoma because that was on tour.
Damn.
Damn, that's a long drive. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was the 9 days of touring, so that was the peak of
Okay.
farthest we went. I think we're trying to go to Puerto Rico eventually,
That'd be
awesome.
Cool.
so that should be awesome. Yeah,
They have a really cool hardcore scene.
I bet, and they like
Yeah.
any of the countries down there love heavy metal.
oh, I know they do.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you guys would do
I
really well
love-
down there.
I'd love to do like a South American or Central American tour someday.
Dude,
But-
you would be awesome.
Yeah,
That's Mexico is on our list.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got like our sights on Mexico City, which would be sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, we feel pretty lucky.
That would be our first sort of venture down, like south of the United States. So
Yeah, furthest
Yeah.
south we've gone to is also like Texas and San Diego.
we
Southern
did.
California.
Yeah, we played Texas a couple of times,
Austin, yeah.
Austin, and then what? Yeah, that's about.
if
as
y'all ever
far
want
as
to show in
south.
Delaware, hit me up.
Rock and roll. That'd be
Oh,
sweet.
yeah.
Yeah, we
Heck
do
yeah.
want to
There's
get back to
cool
the East
spots
Coast
for sure.
soon. It's like the unknown now. We're so comfy on the West Coast. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
we got like 2 weeks. It's gonna be easy. So it'd
Yeah.
be fun to be scared again.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys play like New Jersey, New York again, you could probably hit Delaware. It's not that far. It's like 2.5 hours from New York City.
Sweet.
That's
Easy.
nothing. That's like a Tuesday.
I
Yeah.
want to hit up like I've heard Pittsburgh has a really sweet music scene from a few
Yeah,
people
definitely.
for some reason. So I'd be interested in seeing that. So East Coast, yeah, it's heavy in our sights right now.
Yeah. And yeah, Labor Day weekend we're trying to do something because school's out. Alaska would be crazy. That'd be cool though. I mean, we'll see.
I mean,
What
no,
happens? We can-
I do promote shows out of an all ages venue up here, and
You guys would. There's also some really cool, like younger, like
metal
late
bands,
teenager
metal bands up here.
metal bands up here that you guys would fit in so nicely
Yeah.
with.
We got a band like a band called Vital. If you should hit them up, they're super thrashy. They're like Megadeth vibes. Then we got Tiny. It's like a hardcore punk noise band. And there's just a lot of cool stuff coming out of Alaska
Yeah.
right now. The scene's kind of
we'll
blossoming
keep in
in a
touch
way
for
it
sure.
hasn't in a minute. Yeah.
Sounds awesome. All right. What was the first punk metal or hardcore show you went to, and how old were you?
I think I grew up in like in outside of the city where we live now. It's about a half-hour drive outside the city, in a little town called Eagle River, and there was a boys and girls club in Eagle River that would do like hardcore metal shows. At the time, I must have
don't know
been.
who was booking them.
I
But
think I must have been 14 or 15 the
Yeah.
first time I went to one of those shows,
that
and
was the first show I went to too.
was immediately like
Go
that's
for
kind of
sure.
where we became friends, was like bonded over the metal music and things like that, and that had to have been couldn't tell you the band.
It was Decepticide.
Was it Decepticide?
and
Okay,
Terraform.
and they're still going. Decepticide is
Decepticide's
still going.
I wish Terraform was still
Yeah.
going. They were very thrashy, like old school thrash, like some Anthrax type stuff.
What was that band that had the woman singer? She was like 4 feet tall.
Oh,
What was the name of that? She had like this thunderous voice, but she was just tiny. What was it?
I know who you're talking about. I
Can't remember the name. I was talking about this the other day. I can't remember the name, but anyway, we had to have been young teenagers going to our first metal shows like that, and that's like where I got completely bit with the bug to play
was
music
fun.
at the time. Like, even though we're not in a metal band, there's some influence there for sure. Like, I bring my double bass pedal to every show, you know.
Yeah.
But
Just in case.
yeah, just in case.
Gotta do a little blast here and there.
Exactly. Between songs is where I'm like, bah, 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 you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about you? What was
I
your first?
don't even know.
Was it
I
ACW?
didn't go to those shows. I didn't even know they were happening, and I know for a fact when I was in high school, I would have been like, "No, not for me."
Yeah.
Way too loud and sweaty. I would have been like,
It was loud and
I'm
very
gonna
sweaty.
stay home and I'm gonna play some Elliott Smith on guitar and like not go there.
Yeah.
I think the first like punk show or whatever probably would have been this old like warehouse down in like the port area of Anchorage. It was called ACW, and it was this like half screen printing studio, half venue, half like clubhouse vibe.
Like, yeah.
It was very like chaotic, this weird chaotic place. And I think we played there. Like we booked a show there. I don't even know who would have been. It might have been that. What was that band that like played
It was that guy doing
saxophone, the metal saxophone band?
Tesser. No, it was
Tesseract.
Tessellations. They were calling Tessellations.
That does
That
not
doesn't
sound
that doesn't
familiar.
ring a bell.
There was some
but-
like metal prog band that like had like a horn section and they were like funky and they would be like.
They even booked that show. That was Zach.
Oh, I don't even
Zach
know.
Bordelon.
Oh, I do. Yes,
I don't
okay,
know how you remember all this
He was
stuff.
doing he did like the space themed.
I just mean we played that show.
Show.
Yeah, we did like a space show and had these like paper mache like space helmets.
Oh,
and there was like
my
some metal
gosh,
bands that
yeah.
were playing. Honestly, I don't remember.
We
It was
were like
probably
firmly
that
in the psychedelia at the time too.
We just
so
like
we
forced
did
our
not
way into
fit
all
in
these
at all.
shows because we were the only like everybody in the scene at that point in time was like a metal band, and
Yeah, we were the only non-metal band that wasn't like.
within that like
30,
that like
Which
younger
is how
punk
old we are
crowd.
now.
Yeah.
I remember being like, "Dang, 30's so old. I don't want to play with
Yeah.
30-year-olds."
And now we're like, oh boy.
we're all like,
Will you please play with the 30-year-olds?
Yeah. We're booking those
Yeah.
shows now. It's funny.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, that guitar next to the um acoustic guitar, is that a Hamer?
Yes.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the special 90 or whatever.
Yeah, I have a Hamer too, and it looks like exactly the same, except I mean, like the body shape and the headstock look the same. It's like red. It has like a clear finish, kinda.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
Does it have those like P90s? Do you know?
No, it has just like normal humbuckers in it.
Gotcha.
You get it to my room.
This is my buddy's guitar. He's luthier, and he has my like Rickenbacker that I set up to be in like B standard or something, or C or B standard, so that I could play like the King Gizzard
I
album.
thought it was C. C.
I think it's
right?
drop C.
Yeah, drop C probably.
So it would be like.
D standard in the drop C.
I mean,
maybe it's
I have-
drop C.
I have my Hamer set up in drop A for my death metal band, so
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm not even like a riff guy like that, but I just
What
wanted
looks
to.
like?
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it was that.
That
Nice.
looks way
That
nicer
is
than
sweet.
that guitar, but
I got such a good deal on it because our friend is like a dealer. It's an $800 guitar, but he sold it to me for $250.
Sweet.
Oh,
good
that's
for him.
Nice.
I gotta show you my
So-
guitar since we're whipping guitars out.
This is
Right.
this is like her
Awesome.
tour
This
guitar.
is my child.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's kind of dope, kind of sick, kind of dope.
I've never played a guitar with a tremolo that's like that, like the I don't know what it's called, but
Bigsby, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I had never either. I got this from a friend, and it didn't originally have the Bigsby, but they like put it in and whatever. Like somebody put it in at some point. This is like a 2000. I think this is from the year 2000. And somebody put it in, and I was like, I have no idea what to do with this thing. Like I was like, I don't know.
Now
And
you don't know what
it's
to do
like-
without it.
Now it's like part of how I play guitar. So sometimes I'm like a private music teacher, I'll be like teaching banjo. I'll be like, and then I'll like do something that I'm like, oh, that was cool, and then I'll like reach for my trem, and I just punch the banjo, and I'm like, because I'll be like thinking I'm gonna be like able to like wail on it, and so like a lot of times if I'm playing a guitar that doesn't have a trim, I literally just end up punching it because it's like a twitch. But
It's your muscle memory is like
yeah, as soon as I
tremolo.
get comfortable playing an instrument,
Yeah.
I just start punching it because I'm like, where's the trim?
Yeah. So I play banjo. I mean, I don't really play it. Like I play it like a guitar because I don't know how to do the finger style like stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, the head is covered in like stickers. So
Nice.
yeah. Originally, I was gonna use it for the death metal band because the whole gimmick is that it's called farm machinery and it's all about farming and like getting murdered by farm
That's
I love
animals. Why can't I say that
Farm
word? Jesus
machinery.
Christ. But yeah, I was gonna use banjo. We have like banjo in one of the songs, a little bit, but
You know, they make guitars, like electric guitars that have
Banjo
or no,
body.
it's just a guitar banjo. Like it's just like a banjo body
Yeah.
that has like a
Called a-
guitar neck on it.
called a banjitar, right?
Probably. That sounds right.
Because
I've never gotten my hands on one, but
Banjo.
So-
it feels like
Guanjo.
it feels like an abomination a little bit, but at the same time I'm like I would love to shred on one of those. Like I feel like it would be
Yeah.
really sick.
So, there's a festival in Pennsylvania that we go to pretty often. It's called Camp Pennsylvania, and um, my band played last year, but we were all like hanging out and walking around. And this dude that we know that's in one of the bands, he had this banjitar. So it was 6 string neck and like just a normal banjo body. So it's instead of 4.5, it's 6.
Mm.
And yeah, it was really cool to just play. I mean, it felt like a guitar, but it sounded like a banjo, so it
Yeah.
was really cool.
That's sick.
Yeah. All right, where's your favorite place you've ever toured?
I feel like one of our Europe festivals when we went to the Faroes last
It has
year.
to be. It has to be the Faroe Islands.
That was crazy.
That was.
Cool.
Well, I wouldn't call it a tour. We went over there for a festival, so we played a couple of shows over a course of a long weekend. We were there for what?
6 days.
About 6 days.
Yeah.
It
And
was
played
like
a couple of shows,
vacation.
but that is easily the coolest
It's
place
a festival.
we've
called-
ever played, and I don't know if there will be a cooler, honestly, place that we've ever played. That is a unbelievable
This is-
location.
This is kind of dorky, but did you watch the last James Bond movie?
No, I've never. I don't think I've seen any of them.
Okay, there's the last movie. There's
Spoilers.
some scenes. No spoilers. There's some scenes that are on the Faroe Islands, and it just kind of looks like Ireland. Like I feel like it must have like fallen off the same
It
chunk
is.
of Earth.
It is tectonic. Yes.
Yeah, so I feel like it's just these huge cliffs, like rocky cliffs with over the like Norwegian Sea, and it's like
pasture green.
it's
grass
crazy.
Wow.
And
It's
Yeah.
just
sheep
crazy
everywhere.
looking.
Like the festival that we played was literally on this like tiny little town inside of a bay, like on the beach. The main stage was on the beach. You could stand in the ocean and watch
I'm pretty
the
sure
main
the
concert.
the town name means like boat town.
Yeah,
in-
something like
in
that.
Faroese.
But it was-
North
Wow.
Boatown.
Yeah.
It
There
was-
was Surgota and
Sidrugota
Norgota and then
and
Gota
Nordigota,
in the
yeah.
middle.
Yeah.
They were staying in Gotha.
Yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
But everything was walkable. It was really fun. The people were exceptionally nice. We were over
Yeah.
there, and everyone just was there to have a good time. Scenery was beautiful and sounded great. It was a fun festival.
Well, I remember being there thinking, man, we have to be the band that's come the longest way to be here. Like, we have to be. And then right before one of our shows, we played in this old barn that they cleared the animals out of and cleaned all the poo. And there was like a stage in there. It was a cool little venue. But the band right before
Haunted
us
barn.
was this crazy like noise insane band from China. And I was like, dang it.
Oh yeah.
We're not. We didn't come the farthest way.
The main
Somebody
guy-
has us beat. Like,
The
dang
main
it.
guy had this incredible instrument. It was like a Chinese traditional woodwind instrument. that he had connected to an entire pedal board.
Yeah, it was like
So
one of a
Wow.
kind
yeah,
instrument. Like
he was,
no,
he was
there
making noises I haven't heard since.
Yeah,
And
it was really cool.
I had like almost forgot about that.
Yeah.
Like I was like the noise band. I remembered the accordion lady. She
Uh-huh.
was really cool.
There was like
She was saying the stories and stuff.
Yeah.
all kinds of different music. Like anything you wanted was
pop,
at that festival.
death metal. There was punk. There was hip hop. It was.
We
it
were
was
like
really
the
cool.
only rock band, I think.
We were one of a few like rock bands.
There's
Yeah.
one other.
Yeah, we got to get on that. Faroe Islands.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
called
look-
G Fest.
G exclamation fest.
Yep.
Yeah. If you don't look up Faroe Islands, it's FAROE. It'll show you other.
It'll show you the Godzilla festival in Japan. So
That which could also be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Put that on the list.
Yeah. I do want to go to Japan.
So did y'all have to like spend a lot of money to do that, or did you get paid? Okay.
I mean,
They
we
did pay us.
they
but
did
it-
pay us, but we also we did some like fundraising shows
Mhm.
and things like
we
that.
had to pay for our
Like tickets
flight
there.
to Iceland.
Iceland, but
which
then
they
Oh,
paid
yeah.
for our flight from Iceland
Yeah.
to the Faroe Islands, which was like a 2-hour flight.
they also gave us a place to stay. They put
free
us up
housing.
in like
They fed us every day.
into a school. So like you walk into this little school and there was each classroom had a band's name on the door, and we had our own little classroom, and it had
Wow.
like, running water and
There
there
was
was
like a little kitchen in there.
little kitchen. It was really cool. They like put
The
us up
seats were
a place
too
to
short.
stay. They also fed us. There was breakfast and dinner every day. So like we didn't really have to buy a lot of food. We just had to get to Iceland, and then they got us the rest of the way.
Yeah, it was super nice.
That's awesome.
Which is
I
a lot
know.
easier to get there from where you are. Than from
Yeah,
where we
I
are.
know.
Alaska to Iceland is a 8-hour flight. So
Yeah, that's crazy. I know that flights from New York City to Iceland are like really not that bad. So that could actually be doable for us someday.
It's only
Yeah.
like 4
And
hours.
also-
I've heard.
talk about like the same thing with South America loves metal, so does like Scandinavia
I've
area.
seen some
Yeah.
of the best hardcore bands ever.
Yeah, there
at-
was
in
some-
Iceland.
There was guys there that as soon as they find out that you like metal, they were like, "Oh my gosh, we have the best metal bands over here." I'm like, I believe that. They were.
No.
I have like a list of bands in my phone of bands that some of the locals were telling me about to check out, like that they saw at all kinds of different festivals throughout the
So
mainland.
the Faroe Islands are Norway, right?
It's technically a territory of Denmark.
Oh, Denmark. Okay.
Which I found out when we got there, I mentioned something about that because I had read that they were part of Denmark, and so I just kind of referred to it as Denmark. And some of the locals gave me a really hard
They're
time.
like,
They were
not
like,
Denmark."
"No, we've been trying to get our independence from Denmark for 100 years," and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I had no idea. I'm so sorry. Screw Denmark. Yeah, like
Yeah.
woohoo. I don't know.
I feel like I might have said that in the mic. Like I was like, "Fuck Denmark." Or
Yeah,
something. I don't
yeah.
remember that.
It was funny though.
Yeah.
It was a really really cool experience. We're very grateful to have been able to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we definitely gonna add that one to the list for places we'll try to play.
Excuse me.
Okay. Did you have a favorite movie or TV show when you were my age?
I was looking over. I mean, when we were your age, I didn't see that part of. I didn't consider it that part. But I was looking over the interview questions before here, and I was thinking, my favorite movie. I have 2 answers. Like
This guy loves
This
movies.
guy.
This guy loves
He
movies.
speaks in references.
I wouldn't.
He does.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I think like if I had to pick all-time favorite movie, I think I would say The Iron Giant. Especially when I was a kid, like your age, that was just such a good movie. Still is. And then the other answer for like funny, not so serious movie would
Iron
be
Giant's really serious.
yeah. It's like it's wholesome. Okay, shut up. And then I think the other answer would be The Big Lebowski.
That checks out.
I
I
don't
think
know.
when I was your age, my favorite show was Arrested Development. I don't know if I
Oh,
had a favorite
good.
movie,
My
but
favorite show was Scrubs.
I might actually.
Still is though.
The first time I saw Wes Anderson movie, which I'm sorry, I'm gonna be that person. I saw the Royal Tenenbaums though, and that soundtrack. It's just
Oh, there's great movies
it
though.
influenced the way I played guitar for sure. Because I got that first fingerstyle song I ever learned, and one of them at least was when Nico covered These Days, which is in that movie. And there's like an Elliott Smith song. I was really into Elliott Smith when I was like 14, 15. So like Royal Tenenbaums when I was 14, I think might have been
Nice.
my favorite movie, and then Arrested Development, which explains a lot about me.
Yeah.
I feel like
I was watching movies I shouldn't have watched way too early. I had a lot of free time away from watchful eyes, and I think a movie that always stuck with me and still sticks with me, I rewatch it a lot, was Tenacious D, Pick of
I
Destiny.
knew he was gonna say Pick of Destiny. As soon as you said away from watchful eyes, I was like, he's gonna say.
rented it, and my mom didn't know what it was. I was like, it's a Jack Black movie. It's a School of Rock guy.
Have you seen Pick of Destiny?
No, but I really want to.
You might be
I
a little
really
young
wanna
still.
see it. I know it's,
talk to
like,
mom.
really good.
Yeah,
is that like
It's-
an inappropriate movie or something?
It's,
I mean,
it's
got
edgy.
some-
It's edgy.
I watched South Park, so I think I'm good.
Oh,
Tenacious
you're
D is
fine.
gonna be fine.
I've watched the
Yeah.
entire thing twice.
It's like y'all forgot what it was like when you were 14.
Yeah.
By 14, it's like, yeah, you can be like, this is a movie.
you want to talk
It's
about
not
good soundtracks
real
though?
life.
The Pick of Destiny
Yeah,
has
fantastic.
an incredible soundtrack,
It's all
It's so
original
good.
songs for the movie.
and it's
And they have like Dio in it, Meatloaf's in it.
Dave
singing.
Grohl does the drums. Like it's
Yeah.
it's
Wow.
really good.
It's really
yeah.
fun.
Speaking of
Sounds awesome.
Jack Black, though, like when I was a kid, I definitely think School of Rock, like,
That movie changed my life.
yeah, and I didn't, and it's funny because I didn't really realize, like, the fact that I was so obsessed with the concept of just being in a band.
Oh yeah.
And being like, what if I could just like go to school to be in a band? I still didn't realize that I wanted to be a musician in my life, like until I was like 16. I remember like doing the dishes and like listening to an interview with like Mac DeMarco, and when I was, this must have been, if I was 16, it must have been like 2014 maybe.
Yep.
And so like I was listening to this YouTube interview and I was like hearing Mac DeMarco talk about like being a musician, and I just remember being like, I think that's what I want to do. Like, I think that's why I like writing songs, probably. Is like, I shouldn't be like a pharmacist or like something weird like that. I should probably just like be in a band. And it wasn't until I was like 16, even though I was like writing songs and being like, I want to record and like, but yeah, I should realize that when School of Rock was my favorite band or my favorite movie for a while.
Yeah. Good. That's a good answer.
Yeah, there are School of Rock things like locations around here. Like, they're like I was gonna do one, but they're so expensive. I think it's like
Jeez.
what was it?
500 a month or something.
$500 a
Crazy.
month.
Whoa. Yeah.
Yeah.
And a 45-minute
Like
drive.
that's insane. Like I could get a new guitar every month for that much.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a
and
good
you
way to
should.
look at
investment.
it.
And you should. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
We actually don't have any of those like franchises here. I think me and Philip both teach private lessons at a music studio called Alpine Music Studios.
That's where we are right now. Yeah.
in my little
Or
studio.
in Abby's little studio. Yeah.
And we do a Summer of Rock. We used to call it School of Rock, I think, but then
We
we
called
like,
it School of Rock the first couple of years we were here, but then they changed it because we're not
we
trying
don't
to
want
get
to
any
sued.
no litigation, please. Like
So we make bands with our students, and like that's starting this week. I just spent the
yeah,
last
we just
week
we just
planning.
made the rosters and like we got all the bands picked out. So I mean, she'll have two bands, I'll have one band, and it's basically like our studio's School of Rock program. We call it Summer of Rock. So like all of our students like form bands and we learn songs and have a big performance at the end of the summer.
I've
Cool.
started booking some of those kids.
Yeah, like
years
some of the
after
bands
they
that have
play.
come through, like every single one of my students, you know, when they get to be like 16, 17, then they're making bands and they're like, yo, where do I play? And I've got the perfect guy right here. He has an all ages venue that, you know, he's throwing shows out of and doing his thing. And now some of those kids are getting older and playing shows, and then they're going to him. It's just really cool. It's like this. We're coming at it from all different angles here. It's really awesome.
That's cool. Yeah, we played like a Teenage Battle of the Bands about a month ago. First prize was like 6 hours recording time, but we already had. So we're working on a new LP. And we already
did you win?
paid. So we got second, which is perfect. Second prize was $100,
150, I think.
150. But we already had paid for recording time. For drums.
didn't even want to get first.
So we didn't want to get first. There were 4 bands. 3 were like bands, and then the 4th one was School of Rock. And
Okay.
I'm so happy we beat School of Rock, because what is School of Rock going to do with $150?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give each member like $5.
Yeah.
And then this other band that we played with. I think they were more like kind of rocky metal, and they got the recording time, which I'm very happy for them because, I mean, they could use it way more than us, right? I'm just so glad School of Rock didn't win because I mean they have top tier recording equipment in the School of
Yeah,
Rock,
they don't
right?
Like they don't necessarily need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
No,
makes sense.
not at all. So I'm very, very happy
Yeah.
they lost. I'm happy they didn't win, not happy they lost.
That's a
Yeah.
good way to look at it. Yeah.
Seems like you guys, yeah, best case scenario.
Yeah.
There's a really funny video of so it's us playing and it's like a restaurant type thing and a breakdown comes in and we captioned on TikTok. It went kind of viral. It was like when the breakdown hits and the crowd goes wild and it just my mom's recording and pans around the whole room and it's just everyone sitting at their tables like no expression at all, just watching like when is this screaming gonna be over?
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
think
We do have a
everybody
lot of shows
plays.
like that.
Everybody plays shows that.
We had a show like that at the Hard Rock in Anchorage.
We had a Hard Rock for like 5 years.
We had a Hard Rock for a couple of years. Yeah, we played a show there
One
where
of
it's
the
like
times we played there, it was popping off.
That's because it was like a summer day, and it was people were gonna be there anyway.
I just remember seeing a lot of my. It was like right after we graduated, so there was like a bunch of my high school teachers.
right. My
there.
like my whole family was
We
there.
had like
like
our friends'
yeah.
families coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it
they
was-
didn't realize that it was they're on the line for
Yeah.
years to come. You have to
Yeah.
come to all of our shows for the
Yeah.
next 25 years. It was one of our first shows,
Yeah.
but yeah, we played those shows before where it's like people are sipping their soup and you're like,
Someone asks the sound
You're
guy to
like-
turn it down.
yeah, you're like putting your whole
Yeah, but like ripping a guitar solo and there's just
exactly,
like
and they're like, damn, I didn't know. I didn't
Yeah.
know this was gonna be happening.
I think that kind of a show is definitely a rite of passage
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Everybody's
It's
played
still-
that kind of show.
it was still fun, but like
I mean,
it
you
was
just
just
treat it
funny
like
as hell.
Yeah, that is funny.
you kind of think of it as like a dress rehearsal
Another
sort of a
practice.
situation. You're
Yeah.
like, it's just another
Basically.
practice. You just that's what I tell myself to like not get my feelings hurt.
Hey, some people play those shows for their entire career and they just do like covers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Remember when we played there's
For
a
money. They just do it for money.
there's a fairground south of us that does stuff, and the biggest music festival in Alaska pops off there. But a couple years ago, not a couple years ago, this was like 7 years ago now.
It's been a while.
They had another just fair, like a state fair type situation. And last minute they asked us to come down and play. They were like, "We'll pay you $500." It was the most money we'd ever seen at that point.
It's like a
Wow.
6-hour drive or 4-hour drive or something.
So we drove down. We have all of our gear. We like rushed down there. We show up right before we're supposed to play. There's like 2 people.
There's literally this
In the
giant fairground. There's literally no one there.
it
Wow.
was like kind of
That's
windy
crazy.
and cold on like
Yeah.
in like a early May day.
Yeah,
or
we
something.
played. I think we played to maybe 3 or 4
They
people.
were really stoked.
They
though.
loved it.
Yeah.
They had a great time, and we played our full set and did the whole show,
Yeah.
and then they paid us, and we're really thankful for us being there.
Yeah.
And we were all kind of like, "Is this a joke?
That was
like
a fun,
what just
That
happened?"
was a fun trip though, because
Yeah.
it's like right. It's like 4 hours south of Anchorage, and so
It's
you're
right outside of Homer too.
yeah, you're like right by the beach, and so we went and set up a tent and like had a fire, and I remember we were like listening to music and just like hanging out, like roasting marshmallows.
Yeah,
on
it turned
the
into a
beach.
good trip, but like at the time of the show, we were like, "What? This is not
Yeah.
what we thought was going to happen." Yeah,
We had a similar gig to that. It was I mean, it was like where we live, but it was at like this kind of bar restaurant thing. Like more of a restaurant. It's like, okay, a brewery, I would say. And we had to play an hour set. So we have maybe 30 minutes of music. Then we had like 20. So we had to do a ton of covers. And we got offered $500, and like halfway through the set we were too loud, and we got like the people at the tables were like asking if like the music could stop or something like that, so we got booed off stage. And
no way.
Not booed off stage, but I like to say we got booed off stage because it's
You got
funny.
shooed.
Yeah.
Shoot off stage, yeah.
Did you guys still like get paid?
Oh yeah, we got paid
400.
yeah, we got paid 400. Wait, was it 500 or 400?
It was 4, and that's the most you ever got. I think.
Yeah, most was 400.
The most
But
you've ever got.
I mean, it's not. The dude felt so bad because like we learned all these songs, but It was, I really like being able to say that our music like scared a bunch of people eating food and like
I
we
love
got
that.
chewed off stage. So
Pretty fun.
So that's, I mean, it's good practice to just like learn a bunch of songs though. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. So if you don't do summer or you don't do School of Rock, are you like a self-taught musician?
yeah. Pretty much. I've had like a couple teachers teach me a little bit,
Mhm.
but mostly self-taught.
Cool.
Sweet.
So are we.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
I was in orchestra for middle and high school, but
Yeah,
always felt like I knew I wanted to do music, but I was like I don't think I'm good enough to like be like a symphony guy. And I could have been probably, but I
You could
think
have
looking
been.
back on it, I just didn't want to. I was like I want to do music, but not like this for the rest of my life. So that was kind of around the time that me and him started going to, the boys and
Right.
girls punk shows and like the metal festivals up here.
You're like,
And
oh.
I played the drums, and he was like, "Well,
Yeah, I was like, I've been listening to heavy metal for 5 years already. I might as well just go all in.
yeah,
And yeah, we kind of putted around with a few ideas when we were young because we started jamming around 15.
yeah." We were like 14 or 15 when we started being like hanging out because I was like, "Oh, you play the bass, I play the drums. We listen to metal. You want to be best friends?"
Hmm.
And then we would just get together and we wrote like a lot of metal jam type
Yeah,
stuff,
I think like it was like some Mastodon or Tool type.
inspired.
We were
Nice.
very big into progressive metal at the time.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Still am.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. If you could tell your 14-year-old self anything at all, what would you tell him?
I'd
Or
say hold
her.
on tight.
Save more money.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I talk to my 14-year-old self all the time because of teaching. Like I'm just like,
That's really good. I appreciate that.
yeah.
Yeah, that makes
I
a lot
wish
of
I
sense.
had taken guitar lessons when I was younger. I feel like it would have saved me a lot of time. But it's kind of funny now. I self-taught my way into self-teaching other people. Like now I know enough to teach other people music or whatever. But it's funny like going through and like being like, oh, this music theory that I invented, or guitar theory that I like made up in my brain. Like I see where I was coming from, but it's not quite right, and I have to kind of like readjust like some of the connections I've made. But I do wish I had taken a little bit of guitar lessons when I was younger. But I was such a non-participator. It's the same reason I didn't go to.
Too
I
cool for
wouldn't
school.
have gone. I didn't even know that the Boys and Girls Club like punk shows were going on, but I definitely would not have gone because I would have been like,
That was actually Travis who
Not
had the
for
in
me.
on those.
Yeah.
No.
Well, he knew some of the like we had a buddy of ours that like knew some of the people in the bands. That's how we found out about him.
Yeah.
what I would tell my 14-year-old self is maybe to participate more and not be so like.
It's a good one.
I don't know if elusive is the right word. I think I was just like maybe insecure. I was like, oh, this isn't for me. I'm not going to fit in there or something.
Yeah.
I thought guitar lessons weren't for me. I would have thought punk shows weren't for me. And I'm like, just go do the thing. Like, don't be a scaredy cat.
Yeah.
And I have some students like that I am like, have to push a little bit. Like,
Well,
I'm
yeah.
like, it's going to be okay. Come on. Just like, trust me.
You know, knock them out of their shell a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that.
Yep. All right. Do you have anything else to add before we wrap it up?
New single. I don't know when this is going to air, but we have that
Next
new
Sunday.
single.
Sweet.
So we have a new song coming out the
10th.
10th on the 10th of June.
Yep. It's
Yeah.
called,
It's called
Underwater.
Underwater.
We recorded it with one of our buddies, those home studios, James Claves.
In Anchorage.
He's like 6 minutes from each of us.
Yeah,
so
he lives
it's nice.
just down the road from us. He's a good friend of ours. He did our most recent album as well.
About You, which is on all streaming platforms, and you can buy vinyl.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out, and everyone else, make sure to check it out whenever it's out. All right, well, thanks to SunDog for joining me today. Thanks to all you for watching and listening.
Gabe.
Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Spotify and other streaming platforms. Till next week, bye.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.